Dreams and hard lesson. In a small village on the outskirts of Gombe State lived Fatima, a bright and ambitious young woman with a heart full of hope. She was the eldest of four siblings, and since their parents' passing, she had taken it upon herself to provide for her family. Life in the village was tough, and when her cousin Ajara returned from Lagos with stories of success, Fatima made up her mind to leave. City life is different, Fatima, her childhood friend Aisha, warned as they sat under a mango tree one evening. You are innocent and the city is full of wolves. Focus on your family here instead. Fatima laughed, brushing off the concern. I am not going to the city to get distracted. I will work hard, save money, and send it home. That's all. With Aisha's reluctant prayers and a small package of dried dates from her siblings, Fatima boarded the bus to Lagos. As she waved goodbye, excitement and nervosity crawled in her stomach. When Fatima arrived in Lagos, she was overwhelmed by the chores and the loud honking of buses and smell of street foods and the sheer number of people moving in every direction. She stayed with Ajara, who helped her find work as a cleaner in a corporate office. For the first few months, Fatima kept to herself, diligently sending money back home to Gombe. Her boss praised her hard work and she managed to save a little extra for emergencies. But everything changed when she met Adama. Adama was a glorious woman who worked in the same building. Her makeup was flawless, her clothes were fashionable, and her confidence was unshakable. Fatima admired her, and Adama noticed. Why are you always dressed so plain? Adama asked one afternoon, eyeing Fatima's simple hijab and worn slippers. I don't need fancy clothes, Fatima replied. I am here to work and support my family. Support them, but don't forget yourself, Adama said, smiling. Let me show you how to live a little. At first, Fatima refused Adama's invitation to go out, but one evening, after a particular hard day at work, she agreed to join Adama and her friends for a dinner in Lekki. Fatima could not believe the luxury she saw: bright lights, expensive cars, and people dressed like royalty. I felt like she was stepped into another world. This is the life, Fatima, Adama whispered, handing her a glass of soda. You can have it too. All you have to do is follow my lead. Soon Fatima started spending more time with Adama and her friends. They convinced her to buy trending clothes and expensive shoes, promising it would make her more presentable. She began missing work and sending less money home. Calls from her siblings went unanswered, and she avoided Aisha's scolding texts. The turning point came when Adama invited Fatima to a high profile party in Victoria Island. This is where the big men are, Adama said, adjusting her glittering dress. Fatima hesitated but eventually gave in, borrowing a dress and shoes from Adama. The party was extravagant, with loud music, lavish food, and people flaunting wealth. Fatima tried to blend in, but just as she began to relax, the party was raided by law enforcement. It turned out that the event was linked to a fraudulent syndicate, and everyone present was taken for questioning. As Fatima sat in the police station, tears streaming down her eyes, she thought of her family back in Gombe. How did I let it get this far? She whispered. After hours of interrogation, became clear that Fatima was innocent and she was released. She turned to Ajara's house that night, shaking and ashamed. Ajara scolded her but eventually hugged her tightly. You're lucky, Fatima. Some people don't get second chances. Go home to your family and start again. The next morning, Fatima packed her bags and boarded the bus back to Gombe. When she arrived, Asha was waiting for her with arms crossed. So, Lagos did not swallow you, eh? Aisha teased. Not now, Aisha, Fatima groaned, rolling her tears. But then she smiled, pulling her friend into a hug. Back in her village, Fatima returned to her simple life, working hard and caring for her sibling. She often laughed with Aisha about her city misadventures, but deep down she was grateful for the lesson. She vowed never to let peer pressure or skinny promises lead to astray again.